dock doors. The new trend, green and sustainable compression dock seals, creating green and sustainable energy practices for warehousing all across the country. Welcome to Industry Visions. Our special guest, Operations Manager at ABC Docks in Franklin, Tennessee, Bill Reitmeyer.
Allyn, good to be with you today.
Bill, so nice having you with us here. Bill, tell us some of the things that ABC Docks is doing to help create that greener environment in the loading dock areas that are in manufacturing facilities and retail facilities all across the country.
Well, one of the things, Allyn, for years and years, an area that's been overlooked is energy conservation in every area of a warehouse. Got a big, expansive building, you try to heat or try to cool, nearly impossible to do so with old technology. And one of the places where a lot of it escapes is right out through the dock door. It stays open a lot of the time, even when it's closed sometimes, because the doors are just thin metal, the energy escapes. Well, we've found a way, been for several years as an industry, to provide a solution for that, and that's in a dock seal. The trailer backs in, gets a good seal around the door opening there because of this compression foam that surrounds the door, and it will contain an awful lot of the energy that would typically escape.
This is one of the biggest energy bleeders in any manufacturing facility or any warehouse facility, the place where the trucks come up to take freight in or dispatch it.
Absolutely is. And what has happened, especially with the economy the way it's been the last couple of years, depending on the size of the operation and the budget that a company has, more and more pressure has been put on facilities managers to contain those energy costs.
Bill, I know there's been a lot of attention given lately to industry with LEED credits.
That's correct, and we're seeing more and more of that in our particular industry with dock equipment. More and more of the specifications come in for projects that are LEED required, and we can do that as an industry. We do it more kind of what I would call as a shirt tail. We don't necessarily have products that have qualified by themselves as LEED qualified instruments within whatever the project is, but we can maintain as well as partake of all of the things we need to do to make sure that a product meets the LEED specifications or requirements for that particular project.
So in other words, it's absolutely imperative to be with any kind of LEED certification that compressed dock seals need to be in place.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So Bill, what's the process when a customer someplace realizes that they need a compressed dock seal? What happens from there?
Now, most of the time they're going to get in the phone book probably and look, or get on the computer and look to see maybe if there's a local dealer that represents someone that can provide those. Or we get phone calls direct quite often, and what we will do at that point is if we have a dealer or a distributor in that given area, we'll contact them and give them the sales lead. Otherwise, we'll work directly with that end user.
Tell me a little bit about the service that ABC Docks provides in designing and installing one of these systems for someone.
Okay, well, let's give maybe a very specific, for instance, we get a call from someone, they need a dock seal to fit a door with these specific dimensions. We'll ask them a set of questions, things like, what's the approach like coming into the dock? Is the truck backing downhill, going uphill? Do we have anything around the door that's going to cause us not to be able to install something correctly? What's going in and out of the trailers? What's on the dock, be it dock levelers or dock bumpers or those kinds of things. We take all those dimensions, put them together, put them in a formula, and we can create the solution for that particular application.
Green and sustainable compression dock seals from ABC Docks. Bill Reitmeyer, I want to thank you very much for being on Industry Visions.
Allyn, thank you. It's been my privilege.
Till next time, for Industry Visions Industrial News, Allyn Mark, goodbye.